Yo. Yo. This is the Tar Man. Let's see what happens when I click this button here.
Saturate.
Oh, lighting is awful today. Pretty red. Yeah, hello. I'm not sure if I'm loud enough or my headphone maybe is not. Oh, this isn't feedback. This was the next tune. This wasn't feedback. Hey, what was loudest? I'm sorry. Hi, I'm coming prepared as always. Not. So I'm trying to pull up the mic. It made the next tune made feedback noises. So yeah, I felt unsure and put down my mic volume so you can hear the feedback voices in this tune here. And I thought it was my mic. But yeah, this is the feedback stream. Welcome. Welcome to the feedback stream where we produce feedback. I could just like send the mic signal right into the headphone and thus have awesome feedback, but Yeah, this one is by Kunas, and it has this kind of feedback noise in the beginning. So this was totally sending me off. Good start, good start, good start here. Perfect start. Hello everyone, hello Ville. Hyvää yötä. Yes, feedback. Hello Sleepy, hello Lavu, hello Sofa King, hello Rich, hello Grim, hello The Zoo. Yes, you did everything right. I have your track. Hello Mr. Bassrix, Giraffe, everyone that's joined, and to the people that joined on YouTube. I'm not monitoring the chat on YouTube, so I'm sorry. I'll also try to put some more lighting on in a second. But yeah, I'm not going to talk a lot today. No announcements, no history, maybe a bit of history. Let's see. I'm going to play your tunes, and the first one we got is Sayaku, but he's not even on the monitor yet. So let me know what's up for you. I had an awfully exhausting day today, so I'm super exhausted. I'm super sorry. That was totally unplanned. I was like helping with moving stuff, helping someone, and that got out of hand. So I'm totally devastated. But I couldn't let you guys go without me, so I'm standing by my feedback responsibilities here. But I'm standing on my last leg, of which I have 7, but you're never seeing them. So yeah, I'm looking for the actual window where we can see the next tune that is coming up. So excuse me, I could just start it and then fix my shit here. Hello. Yeah, I'll just start the tune. It's by Sayaku, and a happy Thanksgiving to Sayaku, who is with his family. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone that is celebrating. I'm not, but you are, so thank you for celebrating, giving thanks for us. Well, out of the spirit of the season, I'm also thankful, so I'm also celebrating with you, but I'll maybe let you know later why I'm thankful, and I should stop talking and play this tune. Here, Zayaku, happy Thanksgiving. And I'll start it from the top. Yeah, unfortunately, this tune was too short to fix all my problems. I was totally expecting Sayaku to fix all my problems, but too short. Yeah, what is this tonality? Total tonality. What is this? What scale is this? What world is this from, Mr. Sayaku? I once had a friend who was like detuning all his stuff by just by his feeling, like how he was feeling, he was detuning that. And yeah, never minding music theory. And there's microtonal music, so yeah, it's interesting how you achieve such scales and such craziness and still make it work. I mean, is it based on something, or are you just going by feel? Yeah, if it slaps, it slaps, and if you're making the point, you're making the point. Then ja, only wer trifft hat recht. So. Also, also, this is yes, are we in that time? Are we in that age? Is that the age of we don't care? Yeah, I'm not sure. But if you guys say so, I will happily go there. I just like my harmonics and my melodies, but I can accept something that has some kind of system or a concept behind it. And it was creepy as fuck as well, so it would have been maybe quite well suited for some Halloween type of vibes, especially in the beginning. And yeah, with these symbols and the atmospheres, they were really creepy. Yeah, so creepy. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say. It was much fun listening, my friend. So, Mr. Crimtech, you maybe know how he achieved such crazy harmonies or tonalities. So I'm trying to not dox his link here, but it's hard because something is wrong with my stream setup today. I'm sorry, guys. It's all broken. I'm broken. My stream is broken. Hope at least everyone is good out there. So I'm still trying to fix this window, and I will play the next bit for you, and that is you can't see it on screen. That is Purple Light, and it's by Grimtech, and it's Future Garage. You also, I think I told you, right? You should try every genre. Now you said, what did you like? Acid, yeah. It's ring mod, yeah, makes sense. But a pretty soft and tonally nicely shaped and warm ring mod. So how did he achieve such kind of ring modulation, Mr. Grimtech? If you could spill the beans on the softness of the ring modulation, everyone in Saturate land we would all like to steal the secrets of the great wizard Sayaku. That would be just quite something. Here's Purple Light, and we have some kind of picture there. Weightless crime. Yeah, okay, that's what we've been talking about. I was on a weightless crime spree the past few days or weeks. And was just as funny to me, like how all my heroes they don't have any place on Spotify or SoundCloud, and no followers, Nothing. It's not a popular genre, Mr. Wannabe. So, Mr. Willer. Still my favorite as yours, so we share something there. I'm sorry I'm talkative today. Let's play music here. Yo, interesting take here by Mr. Purple Light. It didn't feel really garaging to me. Um, and that maybe also has to do with the draggedness of the beats, if that's a good way to say. Mr. Aresi, you have to go to the Discord and you have to find the sheet that is posted there in the feedback stream thingy. Yeah, I'm not too sure on the so the overall vibe was more wavy or even a bit weightless maybe. And you almost nailed the groove in the second half, but in the first half I'm not sure of the draggedness, if that's a good word or if that's a word at all. I'm not sure. Let's hear it again. Maybe it's a grower. I do like growers when the tune keeps growing on you like a good plant. Weightless crime is basically grime without drums, to put it in an easy way. It's a bit like wave from the sounds, maybe. It's related to wave, I guess, also from the time it was popular. You struggle with, yeah, I think you struggle with the groove mainly, and I think the big secret to a garage groove is the triplet 16th, so 24th basically, and then you have to hit the right notes. So yeah, the big myth of Burial, like putting all his beats off grid and stuff. Yeah, this wasn't this wasn't weightless at all, but it has a bit of the wavy, weightless feel in the intro. This was garage, or an attempt at future garage here. So I think the snare is too big, and that happens, happens when people. Yeah, I'm not sure if the snare is the right one. I think it can be, how do you say it? It's a bit cute when the rhythm is really that off. It can be cute, it can be nice. I wasn't a fan too much of it. I think you can get a better flow of the rhythm. Maybe there was too much funk in the garage. Yes, I'm a tiny snare fanatic. Yeah, it's not garaging, it's garage. It's a funky garage thing here. So yeah, the pocket isn't just right, but you should have a good understanding of groove. So just keep trying until you nail it. It's about like having the basic groove and then just hitting the 24th right before the second snare or the fourth snare. Too swingy, yeah. It's a pretty because so the original two-step was mostly done on machines, so you didn't have too many options in regards like done on an MPC or similar machines. So you didn't have too many options in regards of where you could place your hits. So you basically go for the one that's furthest from the grid, and that's the 24th one, and try with these and you'll probably nail it, and then have some swung hi-hat on top so it's not as stale or as made out as the 24 grid. Check the bias from Sofa King Sad Boy. Why is everyone trolling me today? Emergency bio waste. Yo, thank you for that. Yeah, Grimmy, I liked everything, just not the groove. So sounds, maybe the snare could be a bit tinier. The second part of the drop was better, groove wise. Check the bias from Sofa King Sad Boy. Yo, sad boy, are you in here? Oh, So this was a release tune. We always know it's a release tune when we hear SoundCloud playing something. So I have to call this out, and this was a cheeky promo. Cheeky promo from Sofa King. Sofa King, are you in the chat? Give us. Is that 12 Matt 3R? Is that you? Cheeky promo. Yeah. I don't think. First off, yeah, the guys in the chat are being really nice here. It was a release by a mistake. Somebody was in control of your account. And now it's promoted, now it's live. Everybody go stream Sofa King Sad Boy. Sorry mate, Discord is going off. Who the fuck is trying to... I don't know where my Discord is open at all, so why is doing that? Here we go. Okay, some friend is having issues finding the stream. I have to send the link real quick. Okay, Sofa King. Hey, Tom. So, the issue. First, it's not drum and bass. Second, I think the bass is a bit boring when it comes from one source like this, and it's like, yeah, it's a bit outdated in my books, at least, with the wobbles like this. The you had a very nice moment I actually wanted to point out, but SoundCloud is giving me the wavy waveform, but it was around the fourth wobble of the wavy waveform where you actually were doing some kind of comping of the bass. Oh, the high, sorry for that. Yeah, the flow was good, but maybe the sound wasn't it yet. The flow was decent. I can agree to that. The flow was decent. Let's hear it again from that part here. Yeah. Yeah, you said that right after, but you're right. Then in this part, you basically have an idea what actually modern drum and a bass processing or producing sounds like. So, but I don't. Yeah, the rest of the rest of the bass sound basically sounds like it's not processed enough. You have a sine beneath, so you have sub, but I think the mid-range and the high end just sounds like straight out of the synthy, and probably it isn't, so I'm sorry if it isn't, but it maybe for my taste is just too much high end and too much, yeah, it's just like a typical mid-range wobble. Yeah, some call and response, or like the proper clever comping you have here, where you have these squeegee sounds, screechy sounds in between. That's basically where it's good. Not the real fan of the bass line. It's very distracting from the rest, so it's hard to tell. But as the dear Jasper, Mr. Jazz Lavu, pointed out, you have a good flow, and that's very important. So at least you got that one down. Burp, 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 burp. Yeah, as I promised Mr. Jazzy Lavu to play his work in progress with a beautiful title, Whip 2411. Obviously far from finished, but I haven't really produced anything in the past few months. I finally felt a bit inspired again. So here's a little beat I cooked. He cooked. Let's go. Some Lavu beats from the kitchen. Yeah, cool. There's nothing really problematic with this one. And we do like problematic beats, though. I have to point something about It's So Fucking Sad Boy, because I'm reading the description and it's making me laugh, because that one was Vapor Breaks meets Nasty Bass Face in a pleasant way. And it's allergic to latex and sheepskin, which is hilarious. So, I did not quite lose the flow, but it's also interesting that I also felt like time was moving slower, you know that feeling? When you have some music and it doesn't get slower. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get slower, but it felt like on the drop it gets a bit slower. So I thought it flowed nicely. I think the snare, the main snare, is a bit loud and a bit samey, but I was really keen and loving the hardcore breaky. I know this break beat so well, so but I always forget which one this is. So yeah, might be also from a sample pack, but I think it's a very classic one. So yeah, let's play it again and listen for the flow and listen for the big snare. Yeah, I think that kind of flow was very hard to nail. I think it was good. I'm really listening a lot of release drum and bass out there, and it doesn't necessarily always flow that well. So, but maybe that's a matter of perceived funk, and some might find it critical. Too much, but I could follow the groove. But yeah, I think that one snare is just too loud. Yeah. Everything else was fine in my books. So let's do the next one. Yeah, keep us updated. Yeah, it was nice when the heavy breaks came in. Maybe you could bring them in earlier and make them carry more weight instead of just having those at the end of the phases of the parts. Maybe take that snare and sub-fill it under the loud, very resonant ping snare. Maybe the rest isn't loud enough then. You guys. Lace print. This one came even before your submission, Mr. Bob. I'm guessing Lace print is not here, but we're playing all the tunes anyway today. There's not too many yet. We just got a new indie rock pop song in here as well, indie rock pop. But now we're playing till L4T H featuring Poser, Lace print bootleg. H sounds, yeah. New flavored bootleg for the masses. And it looks like it is a cheeky promo. Cheeky promo. Cheeky promo. Cheeky promo. Let's go.
The barman bring the and zoo. This bad one said, pour it down her neck. I can't count bars, but I'm counting checks. I used to trap, didn't get no rest. Ain't that time, whip gets out, I'ma take that fine. Don't tweet about puff, cause I made back mine. Got so many bucks, I done came back blind. So many shots at the table, live chat front on the gang, but you ain't that guy. Free whip from Bo, all I need is a jet, boy. Trust me, you ain't that fly. Hands on me now, take a shot if you're blessed. Show you done, brain is neff. All of God left me to bed. High as a guy and I'm like on snow. Smooth skin, waist slim. Hourglass shape with a figure of 8. She hates that I'm doing this music thing, cause I don't come home and I'm out till late. Out so late, count this cake. Me and AJ spend a house in tapes. Fine shit can't come to the shove car, set's too big so our outfit breaks. Got a tour bus fill up with tens. I throw fours up, big up the ends. I ain't mad if your girl wanna flirt, but it ain't gonna work, bitch. Where is your friends? I like watching it shake like bass. Down all over the place, I'll buy anything that you want, no lay. If you love this year and call it a day. Block this bread, put it all in your case. Monaco makes dribbles balling away. Two friends, one's riding it, and the other one's all on my Has something got me now, take a shot if you're blessed. Surely you're done, brain is neff. You the start laying for me to bed. High as a guy and I'm like on set. Smooth skin, waist slim. Hourglass shape with a figure of 8. She hates that I'm doing this music thing, cause I don't come home and I'm out so late. Has something got me now, take a shot if you're blessed. Surely you're done, brain is neff. With a start laying for me to bed. High as a guy and I'm like on set. Smooth skin, waist slim. Hourglass shape with a figure of 8. She hates that I'm doing this music thing, cause I don't come home and I'm out till late.
Yeah, if you would just understand this dialect of English, right? Here we go, cheeky promo. Yeah, because it's a cheeky promo, we're not going to comment on it so much because it doesn't help you as it's already released. But for future reference, maybe. I think the bass was just a tad too aggressive. It would have been nice if it would have been more subdued, maybe, or restrained was the word that I learned last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm using these hours. I'm giving you feedback and I'm trying to learn English. Listen, I'm trying to learn something here. It definitely was. So first, it could have been a bit. So it would have been awesome if you would have focused a bit more on the bass being lower, but still having the same aggressive energy, but still being lower. So yeah, have with the right amount of saturation, distortion, but more in the low mids, maybe. And secondly, in the end, as Tom was pointing out, it was too dense. It was taking away from the vocal. Maybe it did that before, but it was especially obvious in the end that yeah, it's clashing with the vocal. There was too much, and then it got repetitive. But you got the right idea about the banger. Yeah, it was a nice banging bootleg here by Daysprint. I think first time offender, so we let it fly. You got a free banger pass here. This one is Mr. Truth. Yeah, that's what we mean. That's what I was talking about. It was fighting the walks and the vocals, and once the vocals got very dense and was even worse. Anyway, here's Shadow 2 by the legendary Mr. Truth. Let's go. New stuff you made, apparently. Good to see you make stuff.
Shut it down.
Yeah, that's the taiko rhythm, right? The in the end, the tung 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 that we heard in the end. Because I wasn't like, yeah, that one, yeah, they sounded good in my headphones too, and I think they had the right amount of reverb. I didn't say anything yet, Mr. Rich, so Thanksgiving. We're Thanksgiving today. We're giving thanks anyway. So yeah, if you're talking the taiko one, that one was lovely. Did you think that one has too much reverb? So I was surprised by this drop, because I think the intro and the break were awfully lame in contrast to the very dope drop. And sorry to put it that way, but that drop was awesome, and the swingy part was also interesting. It was maybe then it carried on a bit too much, but this is quite a nice feat that we can hear in some drum and bass tracks, that they either are getting hardcore swung or they're switching, and I don't think it's easy to make it that fluid, but I think the first drop to and the second part of the first drop was good. Then at some point the bass got too repetitive, but I want to go through it really quick again, because it's a good example here. This is maybe okay, but it carries on a bit too much, I think. Yeah, exactly. It was okay until these filtered drums came in, because they were filtered in a not so good way. Maybe because you're using the wrong bandpass or wrong filtering, or maybe they should just be low cutted and not high cutted. Something is wrong, and maybe you don't even need that kind of build-up filter. I guess he was referring to the substance of the intro and the break. I really do like the presence and the clarity of the elements that come on the drop, and even if it feels too loud, I want to point out that the stuff that's important in your track, you need to make it extreme, and that's one of my secrets is to make stuff extreme. Stuff that needs to be extreme needs to be made extreme, and stuff that's in the background needs to be blurry. And this is a very good, it's okay you have a quite blurry intro, but I do think the intro doesn't do the tune justice, and that's mostly because of the filter drums. But the drop is awesome. The snare is, where does it want to go? Is it really hyping me up? No, it isn't. But the drop is waking me up, waking me the fuck up.
Shut it down.
And that's quite nice. I think the bass is okay, and then there's the extreme screechy thing, and that, I think in my books it makes it interesting. And maybe if it hasn't, I do like the reverb on there because it has the space, so why not reverb it? Maybe Tom thinks the reverb has not enough substance, but I do love this here. Maybe the sounds down here are, then in contrast to the higher parts, they don't have enough energy then. So these could be a tad more pulled up in the mix or saturated.
Shut it down.
And that's probably the part that you mean that has a bit too much reverb, and maybe it has a bit, but I wouldn't pull it back too much. Yeah, and it's funny how you don't change the drums at all, but you just add a hi-hat and it totally goes into triplet swing or whatever kind of swing that is. It's just this hi-hat that you're changing here, and that's quite a genius move. I think that's a bit too long then, so it should, if the whole thing is the whole first drop, then it should maybe just be 1/4 and not a half of the part. Silver, but doesn't silver have substance? Anyway, great submission, my man. I don't like the intro and the break in comparison to the drop, and it got boring at some point. When it comes to the bass stuff, but the whole progression of the first drop, that was genius, and I really like the screeches in this context. So let's see what else we have. What else have we? Check the bias, purple light. What the Funk by the Sioux, and I really do like the logo here. Nice logo. Yeah, for sure. See you tomorrow at work.
get my groove on. Make it a tune you can bust and move on. I'm having a blast, not even stressing, cause peace is the mission and love is the weapon. Yeah, I came here to funk the whole world. Can't stop till the energy unfurled. Guess I've said all I wanted to say, so I'ma shut up and let the trumpet play.
Just happened. I think I blacked out.
Yeah, what the funk just happened? And I blacked out as well. Yo. Yeah, the saxophone definitely was sounding professional. So I think it sounding artificial was maybe not even a bad compliment, but rather it sounded so good that it probably also sounded like a splice loop. And yeah, that's maybe an issue in these days when it's sounding too good. Yeah, somehow you brought it together. Yes, the what is gonna be recorded and it's going to be on the SATURATE YouTube. I just saw your tune in the sheet. It's definitely in there. So it's at some point it came together, as someone pointed out. The intro was kind of crazy, as someone pointed out. Too much going on, maybe. I can understand why this is impersonating you, or is I'm not sure if that's the right word. If that is music that feels like it's your persona, so I quite get what you want. And because you're using loops, it also sounds quite good, but yeah, I'm guessing the bass wasn't a splice loop, but a lot of the other stuff, and then it always feels so unpersonal. Wasn't even sure if it's some stuff derivated from AI, but it's just too clean sounding. And yeah, consider finding your own sound, because your sax does sound nice. So the chain was actually nice, but it was maybe also a bit too professional and too clean. But it depends on what you want, right? So I'm getting a weird noise here. Anyway, yeah, it was funny, it was funky, but it sounded like a collage of loops somehow. Not necessarily bad, but try to do most things yourself if you can, and don't rely on splice. Okay, we got a bit of stuff coming here. Chairbor, you were waiting, and also Who is Kai. I'm going to pull up yours. Chairbor with Bomba, and this is a modern house. Ooh. Just one thing you're maybe supposed to know: we're not really covering Fall to the Floor, because I don't have any clue about Fall to the Floor, and this looks like house and tech house for a 1 week song challenge by Form, and it's also released, so I have to call out again. I think it's released, yeah. I'm calling out cheeky promo. If it's too annoying Fall to the Floor, I have to stop it mid play. Let's see if we will run it or not.
Esto es otra liga, man. Tú no puedes con esto. Directamente desde Europa. Más Yuma que los Yuma. Bro. Ponle. A mí me gusta como tú me enredas, como tú te pones. En la cama formulamos muchas posiciones. Esto es una vaina loca, timba pa' que suenes. Llegaron los papis, los dueños de las mujeres. Tienes un maletero grande que te cabe todo. Cuando se siente te viste, mata de un infarto. Esto está muy fuerte, yo quiero tenerte. Un deseo, mami, chula, voy a prometerte. Dura, no, super criminal. Ponte lo natural, una figura very nice. Pásate con todo, así que pégate que traje pa' que. Y en el baño de la disco a ti te gustan los pasajes. Esto es otra liga, man. Tú no puedes con esto. Directamente desde Europa. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Mira que eres loca tú. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Quítate la ropa tú. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Y en la disco todo el mundo que bomba, 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 bomba. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Mira que eres loca tú. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Quítate la ropa tú. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Y en la disco todo el mundo que bomba, 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 bomba. Fácil, todo el mundo, hombres y mujeres. En la discoteca un parecido sin censura. En Europa los cubanos más y más que los luz. Estamos activados, guapos sin frontera. No tenemos como pero llena la cartera. Tú no sabes todo lo que tengo ni te lo imaginas. Aquí tú no llegas con tu fucking tira. Esto es otra liga a la que tú no perteneces. Porque tú presumes mucho de lo que careces. Loco, tú careces mucho de lo que presumes. Y en la discoteca más que yo tú no consumes. Ponle, ponle, ponle. Es otra liga que ponle, ponle, ponle. No perteneces me, ponle, ponle, ponle. Y tú no cabes mongo. Ponle, ponle, ponle. Mango, fresa, vanilla, chocolate. En la disco todo el mundo dando pa' que mate. Los hombres activados, dando los puntos. Y las niñas lindas moviendo su cuerpo. Mango, fresa, vanilla, chocolate. En la disco todo el mundo dando pa' que mate. Los hombres activados, dando los puntos. Y las niñas lindas moviendo su cuerpo. Mango, fresa, vanilla, chocolate. En la disco todo el mundo dando pa' que mate. Los hombres activados, dando los puntos. Y las niñas lindas moviendo su cuerpo. Mango, fresa, mango, fresa, mango, fresa, mango, fresa, mango, 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 mango.
Chitterboard, thank you so much for coming. Hey, yo, what?
Yeah, it has that. It has those cheeky promo vibes. No, I'm trying to remember the label's name. Sound Pellegrino. Anyone remember Sound Pellegrino? Techie Latex. Was it even bass house? It definitely was a tech house or a house or a modern house. Yeah. Did you get any of these lyrics? I'm not sure if it's even Portuguese. I don't have any idea. So it's cheeky promo, so I'm not going to comment. It wasn't quite Fall to the Floor in an annoying way, so I did enjoy it. It had that crazy 2010s housey. There's a few releases on San Pellegrino that remind me of that. No, it wasn't English. It was Italian. Really? No, when it's not Portuguese, it must be Spanish. But you should still know, even if you're speaking Portuguese. I don't know how was it no, it's das paradoxon, getting high up in the sky. Spanish, yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry for confusing my languages here. So we had what the funk. It was also quite. Were these your vocals? If yours, if they weren't spicy vocals, I like the treatment of the vocals. It had this very good effect when the vocals sound like they're passing themselves, right? So well, we are finally getting to who is Kai, and Kai seems to be an anonymous guy who doesn't want that we know that he's Kai, but then he shouldn't put up his profile pic. No, it's maybe a good friend of who's Kunas. It was fast. I think it was had the right pace. So this is by Archetype. No, this is called Archetype Unknown, and it's by Who's Kai. Who's Kai is from Salt Lake City. Yeah, few talents from Salt Lake City recently here, like Carl or Cognition Loop. I think we also have something from Cognition Loop here today. But here's Who's Kai. Let's go. Definitely an AI cover, so calling that one.
If you actually get a strong hit of it, which is in no way dangerous, but simply a true boundary dissolving hit, it's into some place. It's almost like
Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums.
Yo, so yeah, this was a nice listen, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. So what is going wrong here? I enjoyed the composition and the idea. Yeah, maybe don't take drugs, too much drugs. It's not good. But a bit of the right things will be good in your life. I think it could have hit harder in the sub. The sub was clean, as Rich pointed out here, but in the beginning it could have way more, I think, mix wise. So boom, boom, boom. I think the sub didn't have enough energy, but it's hard to judge on these headphones, but I'm pretty sure it could have more. These screams were very nice. The whoop sounds and yeah, the whole composition, how it flowed, was also nice. Personally, not the biggest fan of the vocal formant bass thingy, but it worked in that context. And very simple chords, but my favorite chords. So this was an actually good song. I like it. Shoutouts, Kai. Hope you're still in the stream. This was nice. Yeah, hope you did compose that mostly on your own. Then it's a really dope song. So Couch Tracks, yours up next here. Let's go. Yeah, I don't have any particular bad things to say about your track, Kai. It's just a nice one, very nice one. I enjoyed it. Just push the bass a bit more. Is this your composition? Is there any loops? Were any splice loops harmed, or was there any AI used? Maybe the vocal was a bit scratchy. Maybe not the ideal warp algorithms then, but that's just minor detail. The overall composition is what counts, and that was dope.
Did you find what you were looking for? Did you find what you were looking for?
So yeah, Coach Tracks with the cheeky promo 5 days ago. Yeah, not commenting on the avatar here, other than it's AI, I'm guessing. To the music. This one had so many nice elements. I really like the pads and the more high-end hi-fi percussions on this one. There wasn't a single bad element or something that I'd point out, but it's rather more about flow, like putting these together. I don't think more on the structure, transitions, but what is the actual structure? So it didn't really come together for me this time. So what is the theme of the music, of this musical piece here? And I didn't quite catch it. I think the drum kit, apart from percussive sounds, didn't sound right together with the bass. So it, in a grand scheme of things, it all sounded right, but then it didn't come. So the mix was good, that's what I mean. Your overall idea of the soundscape was good, but I don't think the trappy, hi-hatty, snarey things did fit the rest of the vibe. And the bass wasn't really playing a melody that I could follow or that I liked. So
Did you find what you were looking for?
yeah, this was a good excerpt to show that it's just boom, boom, boop, 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 boop. But in comparison to the track before, where there was like clear flow that I, as a listener, could follow, this was a nice exercise in sound design, and I like the sound designy aspect of it. It's not an sound design sausage fest, but a rather spherical and nice textural composition, and everything was weighty and good and mixed nice and spacey. But I was missing something that I could track along, and that's often something that's missing from making tracks, from a nice track to an awesome track. That's what a lot of producers often miss when they're deep in the trenches of productions. So we have 3 more. This one is called Back Into the Light by JTG, I guess. Yeah, so this tune feels, I know the person and the style he's going for, so it's a bit different than, it's more of an ostinato thing, so I get it. But the mix, I think the biggest thing we will be, or we, I'm pointing out, is the mix, and we already know that that's an issue here. So I think gain staging is the big thing. Although you managed to have an quite, you made improvements in terms of the frequency spectral balance. So there was bass and there was energy, actually quite a lot of energy, and when you push that energy into some kind of mixer, master bus, compression or limiting or saturation, so I guess you went overboard with that energy. At least the limiter couldn't handle it when the tune was peaking, and thus the drums were droning. So what Tom pointed out, some stuff were too weak for the role, and I think that's mostly the kick drum. But yeah, the drums didn't have the space they needed, which comes from gain staging, and then they would be more open and more dynamic and actually hitting harder rather than being squeezed and compressed. So yeah, this might be a good time to plug the artist development program real quick. I'm not doing a lot of public service announcement today, but if you're struggling with your gain staging or your career or your business or your arrangement, your themes, generally, if you're struggling with reaching the next level, if you're stuck with your music, you should consider getting into the program. The program is starting out with getting on a call with me, and we can talk about your most pressing issues in regards of your production. Yeah, that covers that. Also, just really quick, I've been covering the history of SATURATE Records, which is turning 15 years on December the 1st. 15 years of SATURATE. We have released 1,530 something tracks in 15 years. That's over 100 releases a year, so that's basically every fourth day that I've released a track on the label, and then there's the other label, so it's actually more, and then my own tracks, which I haven't been releasing lately. But yeah, 100 tracks a year, that means I've seen all the struggles that producers are having, but that's not what I wanted to say. I'm not doing the history post today. I'll do it tomorrow, and after we're through with the history and picking out some awesome moments. Yeah, it's not bias, but it's the other aliases. Right. After we covered the history, we will release a track every day in December from the back catalog that you can grab for free, and that will cover like 15 years of Saturate. So we're going to do a best of Saturate compilation, basically. Yeah, like they did in the olden times, best of Saturate. Anyway, we have a few more tracks here, and two more tracks actually. It's our Sigh with What If Falling Is All I Can Do. That sounds awesome if falling is the only thing that you can do. But I was thinking, is it failing? What if failing is all I can do? Which is worse, falling? If you're falling for an eternity, sounds a bit dope. I mean, are you able to eat while you're falling and doing, maybe checking stuff on your phone, making production while falling? Sounds better than failing. Anyway, here's our Sigh.
Standing where body and mind collide and collapse, eyes are open wide, falling in a blurry void. Start to feel the cold of a distant shore. Falling, hold on. Where body and mind collide and collapse, eyes are open wide, falling in a blurry void. Start to feel the cold of a distant shore. Falling, hold on,
Yeah, this was beautiful. Not everything needs klezmer. Surely not. Yeah, if this wasn't a splice vocal, yeah, I need to know more. Our Sigh, Slovenia. I did like that a lot. Please finish it and send it, and I hope you're catching this, or I let you know on Discord. Breakdown and arrangement as well are still in progress. This was dope. Bit kitschy, but very nice. Fluttery, poppy, mainstreamy, drum and bassy. Good stuff. Just finish it. That's my feedback. So the worst, I'm not sure if it's the worst, but we have something from Alex Tokarov, and it was in something indie. So this might be a problem because we're usually not. This is an indie rock pop song about love, and he's hoping we are loving it. Yes, came on crooked. Shoutouts. Came on crooked. Spirit molecule experience what? Couch tracks. Ah, yo. Shy sounds progression and drums for saturate, not for saturate, but for sound museum maybe, or for above the surface maybe. Send me more. Shy, I love it. So let's go. Last track of today is indie pop rock. Who would have funked? Who would have expected that? This is nice for signing out, I hope. And it's a cheeky promo, so calling out Alex Tokarov with the cheeky promo here.
Don't know where to hide. You were in disguise. You were so different that night. When I looked in those eyes.
It's really awful. Like everything is sounding like AI now. Probably it's not, but we got some. Yeah. Are you really singing here? That's the good thing about our genres, as they're so dirty. I don't know when the machines will catch up and actually be able to produce some proper dirty stinking beats. So yeah, this is my goodbye melody for today.
I thought that there was zero lies. Now I'll be more cautious, caught a flame by surprise. Can't get you out of my head, don't think that you understand. Guess I'll be lonely instead. Can't get you out of my brain, it kinda drives me insane. But I do it all over again. Can't get you out of my head. I'll be lonely instead. Oh, can't get you out of my head. When I looked in those eyes, it felt like fireworks at night. The way that you're designed is something I cannot describe. And I'd do anything for me to be by your side. Never felt this way, I caught a flame by surprise. Can't get you out of my head, toxic with what you have said. Guess I'll be lonely instead. Can't get you out of my mind, despite the fact you're not kind. But I don't have any regrets. Can't get you out of my head.
Yes, so Sleepy, how's the drum and bass working? How's the swing working? Today was the cheeky promo record, yeah. 3, 4 Fountains of Wayne Interciates. Yeah. I hope this wasn't the last stream of this year. Nice. Also, yeah, finish the bass tracks as well, please. I really want to release those new sleeping bag tracks, please. Resi, hey, we just played you a song and it was awesome. You have to catch the Resi, it was really good. Can you please hit me up on Discord? We need to talk. And you can also catch the restream on YouTube. It's recorded, so if you missed out because you was on toilet or making some peanut butter jelly sandwiches for Thanksgiving, you can still catch the commentary. Yeah, that's the thing with dads. They always want something from you. No worries, you can catch the restream. And you can get in touch with me. That would be awesome. Yeah, I wanted to say something. I don't know anymore. Yeah, regarding streaming schedule. I hope, yeah, Brendan is on next week, Friday, different time. I hope I'm on in 2 weeks, but that's pretty close to the holidays, so I'm not sure. I hope I want to, but I don't know how busy I am. We do have an awesome celebration music stream on December the 6th, celebrating our 15th anniversary. Far from 25, but closer to 15 years of Saturate, and we got no one else than Rational Soul and Flash Interface headlining a diverse lineup, and that's not going to be the only 15 years of Saturate show worldwide. So yeah, stay tuned for more bass coming for your ears. Yeah, maybe Sleeping Bag is even playing in Cologne. I'm not sure how much that proceeded. So there's a few parties worldwide celebrating our anniversary over the whole next year, everywhere. And then there's the freebie series dropping soon. There's other celebrationary stuff in the pipelines. Yeah, thank you. So gotta say thanks again. Thanks to the listeners. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the Saturate squad. Thank you for making music with me, Tom. Thank you for everyone that's making music, everyone that's learning music with me right now. Thank you for the team, the awesome team. Shout outs to everyone that's on the team right now and everyone that ever helped the team. Good night. Discord is the Saturated People Discord, and I'm Bias1 on there, or Coach Tomppu. Bias1 should find me. Or Coach Tomppu. Yeah. Thank you. Now I forget my thank yous. Thank you. I was talking about the team. Thank you, Zane. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Holger. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Sentinel. Thank you, Dewpoint. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, Mary. Thanks everyone that's helping right now. There's too many to name, and I thank you personally. But happy Thanksgiving. And most and foremost, a big thank you to the artist that released on Saturate, Sound Museum, Above and Below, that released their music and trust us with their music. Good night and good fight. Bye bye. Thanks for tuning in. And before I forget, I'll play some music. Why not? We like music here, right? Everyone likes music. Anyone that doesn't like music, I'm suspicious of you. Suspicious of. Is it suspicious of, or I guess so. Anyway, learning more English next time. Bye, people.
Look, Ernie, I haven't
machines, Mr. Hawks, are alive. They think they cooperate.
I'm afraid we'll have to remove you from your job, but I'm sure the rest will do you good.
Fool! You blind, stupid fool! Can't you see what you're doing? That was when I realized that they cooperate. We talk to men, you see, on the assembly lines in the factories. Listen to me. You must listen. What good will it do you to kill me? I'm only one man. But I can help you. I can be useful to you. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Hands up, then we gonna drop. Then we gonna drop. Then we gonna drop. Then we gonna drop. Hands up, then we gonna.
Response of 1017 in South Black, suspect last seen
Yeah.